Right, so welcome back. Let's go over what we have been doing. So the laminate flooring has taken 4 days in total. Bit of blood, sweat and tears, but we've managed to get it all finished, so I thought I would show you. This is the living room. Obviously we've got no skirting on yet. We'll get round to that. My sister has got a new table that she bought from IKEA, where this bit comes out and makes it bigger. Otherwise it's just a 4-seater, so that's perfect for her to fill up some of this bay. A couple of little coffee tables. Into the hallway, already put stuff back over there. But yeah, all nicely done. No door bars throughout. Bedroom was the last room that we just finished. I also cut these bits of skirting so you can see how it will look when it's finished. So a nice high skirting, and we will just batten out in there where it's shallower so that the skirting's got something to sit back on to keep it level. So I've done this one and I've done this one. Really happy with how this quick step laminate went down. Kitchen, again, still one of the busiest rooms. But yeah, all of the laminate's done in here. We've done over to the doorway. So underneath here, I've just left them longer so I can come back and cut them with my multi-tool and put a 90-degree threshold on the edge to stop people from kicking it. But we've just put this Corex sheet down to protect that at the moment. I suppose now I might as well look to put some legs on this kitchen, get it all into place, and figure out how we're going to plumb in the dishwasher, because as you can see, this is the mains coming up. It's a bit of a weird pipe work, but this is the hot coming from the boiler in the utility, just around here, boiler. That's the hot. This is the gas that was capped, so that's fine. So what I need to do is I need to tee into here, go along the wall and round to where the dishwasher will be, which is around here, and we also need to drill into the wall and put the waste down. But first of all, let's put some legs on these cupboards and go from there. So welcome back. One of the next jobs that we've got to do is to change the filler on the upstairs toilet, because I'll flush it at the end of the video so you can hear it, but it is incredibly loud inside there. So got the old joint there, and what we're going to do for space is I'm actually going to put a 90-degree on some copper, and we're going to come down to where they've currently got the overflow that, as you can see, is not actually attached to anything and would just leak. But yeah, this is how loud this toilet is. So yeah, that's incredibly loud at 3 o'clock in the morning when you need a wee. So let's get that changed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace this anyway, but we're going to turn off the water here, flush the toilet, try and drain as much of the water out as possible before we can disconnect the old feed, change this valve. So try and do this one-handed, see if it even moves. Right, that's shut. As you can see, the reason you always buy a replacement is that it's already dripping onto my finger. Let's get the water turned off. Now you have the mains water turned off, tap open downstairs just to drain any last bits of the mains pressure from there, and then now it's time to crack it off and drain it into a handy folding bucket. Let's see how we get on. So we had a problem. The bottom of the valve was completely corroded and wouldn't undo, so what we needed to do was come out here, go into the airing cupboard, cut the pipe here, and then remove the solder joint there, One thing you can see here is where the pipe work is going down, it wasn't draining the water out of the pipe, so it was really hard for me to heat it up with the blowtorch to remove the solder fitting. So now we'll do a straight extension down, straight through, and look to connect things up. Okay, so here's the joint that I've done. So I added the valve inline here, so it's easier to get to. Soldered in this joint, this 90 here, which then comes through into the bathroom. Now it's to take out this old pipe that was in this side, put the new filler in, connect everything up, and make sure we put the blank in there. So you can buy these 3/4 of an inch overflow hole stoppers. So that's what we're going to use there. And I'll show you once I've fitted some more of it up. So we are done, ready to test. Literally undo the nut that was securing this pipe in. That nut was on there, undo that, pull the pipe out, put the filler in, then tighten that up, connect your flexi to that, and then I just made sure that the pipe 90 degrees out the wall and went to the flexi, and that's the stopper in there. So I've used no sealant or anything. Let's turn on the water and see how we get on. Well, that was very loud. That was very loud. Let's turn it on gently. See how we get on. There's water coming through there. We have no leaks underneath this side. No leaks underneath this side. Hopefully now that's taken some of the pressure out. We can turn this on. Slowly filling. Now I turned it on full. And slowly starting to fill up. Now I've just got to double check. No leaks. No leaks. So another job done. Now when it's finished filling, you just want to make sure that the water stops while everything's still turned on. So as you can see, this is stopped now. If I push that down, it starts. So it shows that the float is working. And let's give it a flush test. Ooh. Don't think there's enough water in there. I think we need to adjust the height of this. 2 seconds. Now if you want to know how to adjust these, the one that I bought has got this little blue clip which is around the column part of it. Pull that out, you grab this bit here and you turn it 90 degrees and then you carefully raise or lower it. So as you can see, I've raised it up just below where this screw head is and it's there or thereabouts to where it was before. Nice size, a nice distance down from the back, so we haven't got any worries. And then literally works a treat.